everyone on the internet. This is Chris McKee with Alamo Music Center, alamomusic.com. It's hot and muggy in San Antonio. We're longing for fall to get here, and we're lucky because some of fall has already arrived in the way of some Taylor Fall Limited Edition guitars. And the Fall Limiteds are always fun. If you've watched our previous video, we did one on the Sassafras 700 series that Taylor released for the fall. We've got one more of those here with us today for you to check out. And we've also got the 500 limited edition series for the fall. And I'm hoping that as we review these guitars, some of that crisp, cool fall weather will find its way to us here in San Antonio as well. The first one we're going to start with is this beauty right here, the 516, which is a gorgeous guitar. I was really excited for the Sassafras guitars. I was anticipating this coming in. The minute I got a chance to actually play this guitar, I was kind of stunned, to be honest with you. I'd forgotten what a good wood this Tasmanian Blackwood is that Taylor's using. So let me kind of go over some of the features for you. It's a Grand Symphony bound in Ivoroid. Some beautiful Americana type inlay on here that the 500s and 700s have had. And then they've got this gorgeous edge burst with a Sitka spruce top, and on the back and sides you have an edge burst with Tasmanian Blackwood. Now, a family member of mine has a 412 with Tasmanian Blackwood from a fall, or I think it was a spring limited that Taylor did a few years back, and it's an amazing tone wood. I'd really forgotten how good a tone wood it was, and then when this came in one day, I was pleasantly surprised again at how great a guitar it is. What it does, what it brings to the table is a nice bright tone, similar to maple, but with some of the warmth that mahogany has, some of that warmth and a little bit more low-end response than what you would typically find from a maple guitar. And it's Tasmanian, so that's just cool. We're going to give a listen to this one. We've got this 516. Over my shoulder to the left, we have a 514, so you can hear the difference solely in the bracing and body size differences. And then we'll give that beautiful 712 E 12th fret in Sassafras that I know you are all wanting to hear. We'll give that a listen to a little bit later on. I will say that there aren't very many of those Sassafras guitars. They were very limited. That's the last one we have, so if you're wanting one, don't hesitate, don't wait, and that's one of the prettiest examples I've seen. So let's start with the 516, okay? Taylor calls this the big bold strummer. One of the reasons for it is it has great dynamic response. You can start softly and really build up to a big strum and a big bold sound. Like I said, very nice dynamic response, great for strum. It works well for a finger pick, giving you a lot of nice overtones. It's pretty similar in size to the Grand Auditorium, but the slightly bigger hips down here that the Grand Symphony comes with really gives you a lot more bass response than you would otherwise get in the Grand Auditorium. So let's give the Grand Auditorium a listen to so you can hear the difference. So this is the 514 CE Fall Limited Edition guitar, just like the previous one. It's got an edge burst, Sitka spruce top, Tasmanian Blackwood back and sides, the same binding appointments, bracing, and pickup. I should mention these all have the new ES2 pickup, which we've done in a previous review with the ES1, so if you haven't had a chance to listen to the 2, make sure to check out that video as well and comment on it. Here's the Grand Auditorium version for the Fall Limited. So I hope you can pick up on the microphone. This guitar is not as loud as the Grand Symphony body. It also does not have as much bass response. What it has is a more focused tone, a more focused attack. So it's great if you're finger picking, because you really kind of want that articulation, that more focused energy with really kind of the zing of the high 8 note is why the Grand Auditorium has been such a popular body for Taylor. It's really the Swiss Army knife. You can strum on it and you can finger pick on it. If we've got a Grand Concert here and a Grand Symphony here, this fits perfectly in between them, and doesn't have all of the strengths of each, but has the best all-around tone of each. So if you're looking for something kind of your do-everything guitar, the Grand Auditorium is really a great option for that. And the Fall Limited has a really nice tone. Again, brightness of maple, some of that warmth from mahogany, not as much bass as on the Grand Symphony because it's the Grand Auditorium guitar. So great guitars. Let's check out the last one, which is the Sassafras guitar. So here we have the 712E 12 fret Fall Limited Edition guitar in Sassafras. And this is just a stunning wood. I'm just going to give you guys a slow treat here. So the figuring on this is spectacular. This is Tasmanian sassafras. The dark stripes that you'll see are actually caused by a fungus in the tree that darkens parts of the wood and gives us this beautiful effect. I mean, it really is some of the most striking grain that I've seen on a guitar. And it turns out it's really a nice tone wood. It is kind of more on the mid to bright side of the spectrum, but in a 12 fret configuration particularly, I like it a lot. These 12 frets are a bit of a resurgence. Parlor size guitars, 12 fret guitars are coming back. So we've got a Grand Concert. It's going to have a thinner body, smaller bout, just an overall smaller guitar. 12 fret, short scale, so that it's a shorter neck, it's a shorter scale, brings your bridge down on the body and gives you kind of more of a broken in sound. It's a great feel, and if you haven't had a chance to play one of these 12 frets from Taylor, you really owe it to yourself to do so. It's an intimate guitar. The other neat thing about a Grand Concert of any variety is that because it's a smaller top, it's a smaller soundboard, it takes less energy to get it going. So with the same energy put in, it's actually a louder guitar. Now, the Grand Symphony overall can get louder, but if you're just slightly finger picking, you can get this guitar to move a lot easier than you can with a bigger guitar. So let's give it a listen to and hear the sweet sound of it. Wow, what a guitar. I should note, just like we did in the previous Sassafras video that we shot with the 714, some of the benefits of this guitar is this is the only other guitar so far, other than the new 800 series, that features Taylor's new performance bracing. So this is the same bracing pattern and design that you'll find on an 812, but it's available in the 712, only for the Fall Limited at this time. So beautiful guitars. We hope you like them. Subscribe to our videos, comment on them, let us know what you think, and give us a call. You can reach us at our downtown store or at the Babcock location where I am, and happy to talk to you about guitars at any time. So we appreciate you guys watching. Hope you enjoy.